I'll go ahead and call the meeting of the November 13th, 2025 TRPA Hearings Officer to order. It's 2 p.m. My name is Marcia Birch, and I'll be serving as the Hearings Officer today. Item number 2 on the agenda is approval of the agenda, and I understand we do have a change.
Yes, we do have a change, although Jen Self is not in the room yet. But she requested to have item VD, the Red Lodge Tahoe Coalition for the Homeless change in use. She requested to have that item go first. So I just had somebody go and grab her.
Okay,
I think
all right.
we can with the change, even though she's not quite here yet.
Yes, so I will go ahead or I could hear one of the land capability challenges in the meantime. You know, I don't think those will take very long, so I'll go ahead and we'll move item 5D to the first position today. And I'll approve the agenda with that change, and then we'll wait for her to arrive.
Jen just arrived.
Okay, great. All right, so I will approve the agenda with that change. And I will go ahead and open the meeting to public interest comments. Any member of the public wishing to address the hearings officer on any agenda item not listed as a public hearing item or on any other issue may do so at this time. Public comments on the announcement of the appeal rights and public hearing items will be taken at the time those agenda items are heard. The hearings officer is prohibited by law from taking immediate action on or discussing issues raised by the public that are not listed on the agenda. So let's go ahead and see if there are any public interest comments in the room.
There are no members of the public in the room, so I'll go ahead and ask online.
Okay.
If any member of the public online wishes to comment, please use the raised hand button at the bottom of your Zoom screen, and I will call on you. There are no hands raised to comment.
All right, well then I will close public interest comments. Item number 4 is the announcement of appeal rights. Any decision of the hearings officer is appealable to the TRPA governing board. The notice of appeal, which can be found on TRPA's website, and associated fees must be filed within 21 days of the hearings officer's decision. Okay, and now we can move on to those public hearing items, and we will start with item D. That's the Red Lodge Tahoe Coalition for the Homeless Change in Use Motel to Multifamily Dwelling, 1137 Emerald Bay Road, City of South Lake Tahoe, California. Assessor's parcel number 032-191-005, TRPA file number ERSP 2024-0359. Okay, and I believe Jen is going to present for us.
Thank you, Marcia. Good afternoon. Jen Self, for the record, Principal Planner with TRPA. I'm bringing this project forward on behalf of Ali Borowski, who reviewed the project. We also have the applicant's representative on the line, should there be any questions, and then also city housing staff. So this project is essentially a change in use. It's taking if you could go to the next slide, the Red Lodge, which currently has 12 TAUs and 1 single family RUU as a manager's residence. And it's converting that into multifamily residential units. This is the third project coming forward from the Tahoe Coalition for the Homeless. Similar projects, 2 others have been heard before the hearings officer as well. Similar project in that converting older motels within the city of South Lake Tahoe to residential units. Let's go to the next slide. So going back to what the change of use actually will be, it's the change of use and also conversion of the development rights for the site. So again, 12 TAUs are on the site today with 1 single family residential unit, which is the manager's unit. They will be converting the tourist units to multifamily. And then there's also 2 residential bonus units being issued by TRPA. These are essentially free development rights that are awarded to projects so long as they are income restricted and deed restricted. So the resulting project, the proposal will be 12 multifamily residential units 2 bonus residential units, and then 1 single-family residential unit, which will remain kind of a manager's unit. So at the end of the project, there's going to be 15 residential units that continue to operate on the property, and then 4 banked multifamily residential units. All of the units will be deed restricted to affordable. These will be exempt from ability mitigation fees. Under the code, the project is still required to do excess coverage mitigation, so there is a fee associated with that. The project will have 12 parking spaces, bike racks and trash enclosures there. There's no change to coverage and no tree removal proposed as part of this project. So that's a quick summary, and then I'll turn it back over to you, Marcia, with any questions.
All right, thank you. Have we received any public comment?
We have not.
Okay, I'm familiar with these projects now because this is the third one. And I did review the staff report and the file materials, and I don't have any questions at the moment. I would like to know if anyone on behalf of the applicant would like to speak.
I don't see any hands coming up.
Okay. Oh, I see Nicole's hand.
Oh, yep, there she is. Nicole, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I had control of that. I'm Nicole Zaborski. I'm a board member. I've been on the board for 10 years with the Coalition for the Homeless, which has been the lifetime of our organization. And so, yes, we're looking to do this third property conversion at the Red Lodge from the tourist accommodation to the multifamily. And in partnership with the city and the state housing and community development, this is just one of the last items that we need to address is the permit with the TRPA. So that's the reason for doing this application, and thanks for reviewing. If you have any questions, let us know. Myself, I can answer the questions on behalf of the organization, but we also have Jessica Wackenhut-Lomelli, who's the housing manager for the city of South Lake Tahoe, on the line too, and she can assist with any questions.
All right, thank you, Nicole. And Jessica, I don't know if you had anything you wanted to add. You answered some of my questions on the last project, and so I don't have any additional questions on this one.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to add. But thank you for hearing this project. We're really excited for the final conversion step for the third property with Tahoe Coalition. And this property is really great because it provides a lot of the services and serves as a central hub for a lot of the services TCH provides, and also provides, now it will be a medical respite center, which will be really exciting for our community. So thank you for hearing us today.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up to public comment. Jessica, it sounds like we don't have any members of the public in the room.
There are no members of the public in the room, and
Okay.
it's just the applicant representatives online.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and,
Oh, wait, there is one attendee. Let me double
All
check
right.
who that is.
yeah,
That might actually be Phil Scholes, but I should make sure.
okay.
If any member of the public would like to comment on this item, please raise your hand now by clicking on the raise hand button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There are no hands raised to comment.
All right, thank you, Jessica. I will close public comment and take action on this item. I will approve the required findings, including a finding of no significant effect, and approve the proposed project based on the conditions in the draft permit. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so now we can move, this will be item A. This is Kelly Family Land Capability Challenge, 603 Alpine View Drive, Washoe County, Nevada. Assessor's parcel number 131-212-09. TRPA file number LCAP 2025-0248. All right, and I think this is Julie's item.
Yes, hi, this is Julie Roll. And as Marcia said, this project is a land capability challenge. It was reviewed by TRPA soil consultant Phil Scholes, and based on his evaluation, staff recommends adjusting the land capability from class 1A to classes 2 and 4. And I'm gonna have Jessica maybe check and see if Phil is on the line. I wasn't sure if he would be here or not, if he wants to make any remarks.
There is a phone call, a phone number that joined. Phil, if that is you, please raise your hand and I will move you over to the panelist side. He's not raising his hand. I'm not sure who the phone number is.
Well, in that case, I will carry on, and I've got just a short summary I can provide. The land capability challenge involves a roughly half-acre residential lot located in the country club area of Incline Village. The property is situated on a moderately steep hillside around 6,700 feet in elevation. The upper part of the property is sloped 16 to 30%, and the lower part has slopes around 30 to 35%. And that doesn't include slopes resulting from past road construction. The challenge utilized one soil pit that was hand dug near the cusp of the slope change. The soils are deep and well drained, hence lacking a root restricting layer. This is significantly different than the mapped Oompa soil type, which usually has bedrock around 40 inches or less, and overall is less rocky than the Oompa soil series. The 1974 soil survey does not have a different soil series for situations where Oompa soil is deeper than 40 inches. So this is an unnamed inclusion or a pocket of soil too small to be mapped by the NRCS. Such inclusions are common in this vicinity as apparent by successful land capability challenges on neighboring streets and homes. So the unnamed soil on this property has two slope classes. Class 4 is 16 to 30% slope, and class 2 is 30 to 50% slope. And that's all I have. Happy to answer any questions if you have them, Marcia.
Well, thank you, Julie. No, that was helpful, and the staff report, as always, was also very thorough. Have we had any public comments?
No public comment.
All right, so let's open this up for public comment, Jessica, if you will.
Okay, so any member of the public wishing to comment on this item, please do so now, if you would like. Our member of the public online just dropped off, so we're down to one member of the public in the room, and he doesn't wish to comment.
All right, well, then I will close the public comment on this item and take action. I will approve the proposed land capability challenge as it was presented in the staff report. All right, and we can move on to item 5B. Reagan Land Capability Challenge 8747 Victoria Circle, El Dorado County, California. Assessor's parcel number 016-362-007. TRPA file number LCAP 2025-0213. And this is also Julie's.
Yes, hi, Julie Roll again. This is another land capability challenge. This one was reviewed by TRPA soil consultant Marshall Munnicky. And based on her field evaluation, staff recommends changing the land capability from class 3 to classes 4 and 6. And Marshall was not able to join the meeting, so you'll get to sit through my introduction this time again. This parcel is on the toe slope, lake margin in the valley south of Meeks Bay, east of Highway 89. It's a relatively flat area south of the large moraine surrounding Meeks Bay. The Meeks soil is typically on a very rocky moraines and has high surface cover of boulders and stones. This parcel is not on a moraine and lacks the large stones and boulders and does not have a silica cemented horizon. The formation of the soil is more similar to Jabu, Elmira, and Gefo in that it is outwash and has similar parent material, but it has more small rock fragments in Elmira and Gefo soils and lacks the fragipan development described in the Jabu soil. Therefore, these soils are dissimilar to any that are mapped in the 1974 soil survey of the Tahoe Basin, and this becomes, again, an unnamed soil type. So it's split out into class 4 and class 6 based on slope.
Okay. Thank you. Have we had any public comments on this one?
No public comment.
All right, anyone from the applicant online?
Jennifer Kwasnick is online. Was she the,
I honestly, yes, I believe so. I can't remember. Can't keep them all straight.
Jennifer, if you'd like to comment at all, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm here for the 8747 Victoria.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
so
what
I was
we're,
just-
yeah.
Yes, that's the one we're considering right now. So if you wanted to add anything, you're
Oh, I
welcome
thought
to.
I saw tumbleweed on there, so I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, no, Phil, it was traveling, and so he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to dial in or not. So, it looks like he was unable to. So, just wanted to say thank
Oh.
you and for working with Phil as always, and the staff have been great, and we appreciate it.
All right, well, thank you. Okay, so Julie, I see that those photographs were from the next item.
I think
Um,
so, yes.
Yes.
Yes, but again, I was following along with your description, and I see the changes here from class 3 to class 4 and 6. And I don't have any questions about the report that you put together. So it looks like we don't have any members of the public now, either in the room or online.
We do have one member of the public in the room.
Okay, well, would that person like to have a comment on this item?
Do you wish to comment? No, he does not wish to comment.
Okay.
You're
Then
gonna listen.
I will close public comment and take action and approve the proposed land capability challenge as it was presented in the staff report.
Oh, wait a second, Marcia, our caller came back on.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should ask if this caller has any wishes to make any comment. This
Yes.
person can raise their hand if you wish to make a comment. They are not raising their hand.
Okay, all right, then we will not backtrack. And we will move on to item 5C. That's the Smith Land Capability Challenge, 660 Tumbleweed Circle, Washoe County, Nevada. Assessor's
Yeah.
parcel number 125-544-12, TRPA file number LCAP 2025-0237. And this is also Julie's item.
Hi, Julie Roll here again. This is our final land capability challenge of the day. And this one was again reviewed by TRPA soil scientist Phil Scholes. Based on his evaluation, staff recommends changing the land capability from class 3 to classes 4 and 6. And since we don't have Phil, I will give you a summary. This land capability challenge involves a residential lot in the northwest portion of Incline Village. It's roughly 12,000 square foot parcel situated on a mostly gentle sloping hillside around 6,900 feet in elevation. The challenge utilized one soil pit that was dug by backhoe in the backyard of the residence in an area with no landscaping. The soils are mapped as Oompa, very stony, sandy loam, which typically has bedrock at 40 inches or less from the surface. The observed soil extended deeper than 58 inches, so it does not match the mapped soil. It's well-drained soil and lacks a root restricting layer. The soil is significantly different than the mapped Oompa soil type, but it is similar to the Jorge Tahoe map in the 1974 soil survey. That is, it has similar rockiness, depth, texture, and clay content to the Jorge soil series. Thus, it is a Jorge Tahoe map inclusion, a small area of deeper soil within an area mapped as Oompa soil. Inclusions in soil mapping are common. They are natural variability in soil conditions. There have been several nearby land capability challenges having similar soil conditions, so the results of this land capability challenge are expected. The property has 2 sloped classes, 0 to 15%, which equates to class 6, and 15 to 30%, which equates to class 4. And I can answer any questions if you have them.
All right, thank you, Julie. I don't have any questions, and I don't think we have any additional folks online who would want to comment on this. So I will go ahead and open this up to public comment.
Okay, well, we're down to one member of the public in the room.
You got me with a question. What's the difference between the class 3 and the 4-6?
Well, it could be different things. It's usually based on slope is a primary thing. Class 3
How
is
much
usually steeper.
Construction can be built on it?
Oh, well, yes, the implications, we're just kind of looking at the soil and what land capability
Yeah.
class, but the implication is the percentage of coverage. So a class 3, for example, is 5% base allowed coverage, whereas a class 4 is 20%. So that's
quite a
the
bit.
difference. Yeah. So class 3 would be considered sensitive land. It's usually steep slope and soil that is more prone to erosion.
Would that just allow a larger home, or would that allow multiple residences?
Well, that depends on the zoning in the area, if it's zoned for multifamily or not. So this is kind of just setting the baseline of, you know, what's the land capability, what is the allowed coverage? And then we'd have to look at it on a case by case, you know, how much coverage do they have? Is there room for more coverage? Are they allowed to have a second unit? Are they allowed other uses? So there's kind of a next step where they'd have to propose a project and we'd have to see if it, you know,
So just
complies.
changing this doesn't affect the construction on it?
No, there's no construction proposed at this time. It's
Okay.
simply just kind of setting that baseline of what the soil is telling us. And that could obviously have implications for a future project, but that's, you know, at this point, we are unaware and the applicant may not even know quite yet what they're hoping to do. So that would be a separate application to TRPA.
Okay, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, thank you. And I will go ahead and close public comment and take action and approve the proposed land capability challenge as it was presented in the staff report. All right, and so that takes care of all of our agenda items today. We will go ahead and adjourn. It is 2:21 p.m.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thanks, Marcia.
Thank you.